Hey guys, I just completed the Warzone Vanguard Secrets of the Pacific event. I have all the photos here. We're going to go through them real quick. I went through them a little bit on stream, but we're going to go through them right now. So here we have the radio tower. This was unlocked with the radio sticker. We have what looks like here, pretty standard, looks like maybe third story building. Entrance is right here, so the second story, third story building. Doesn't look that big, but the radio tower here is interesting. It looks like this similar to Verdansk, having radio towers you can get in. It looks like there's a platform up here in the upper top. So, again, a lot of snipers positions, as I mentioned in earlier ones. Here we have the next photo over, which looks like a big wide shot of the top of Verdansk, the top of Caldera. The actual Mount Volcano top itself. What I did notice here, the first thing I noticed is this halo ring of a road here. This pathway looks like there's a bridge that goes through the tunnel here. Like this, it goes in here, obviously comes out, so it looks like there's a tunnel. Maybe this is a train, maybe it's just a road. Looks like a wide road for us to see it from this far. So if it's definitely a vehicle road or a train track. They tease with a train with the Vanguard release, so I'm wondering if there is a train on it. Though the trailer doesn't show a train, the Vanguard pre-release event that happened in Warzone was a train event. Was it because the first mission of Vanguard's a train? It's in the Vanguard engine. Trains have already existed in it. It would make sense to have a train somewhere. And right around here wouldn't be a bad spot, kind of circling around the mountain. Or maybe it circles the whole map some way, but it definitely curves right here. If it is, it could be kind of more like over by where north of Verdansk is, over by the satellite dish. It could be more like that, where it's a big highway road that goes under the mountain. Uncertain to tell, but this is a wide shot. You can see that they're buildings. You can get incredible, massive height on this map. We've seen it in the videos. We've seen the large wide shots, the distance that you can get with the physical like background elevation that's natural in the actual earth, that isn't just skyscrapers and buildings. Like in like the sniper shot, like running a long distance 500 meter 600 meter shot from here is impeccable. Like it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be difficult with all the trees and and all like such a deep environment. It's gonna counteract that, but throw some thermals on there. Like honestly, if you're doing shots that distance, you're not doing sniper fights. Thermal scope is not going to be that hot. That aim down sight speed's not going to be a huge disadvantage there. So I think these buildings filled with people running sniper rifles and probably close range weapons for the looks like the close quarters of the buildings here. Good wide shot of the whole map and seeing just how big it is. I mean, because look at that road. Think a person's like that big, like as big as the tip of this point. Like this is a big map. We took a look at this one. This is another new one. This we do see it in the trailer. We've seen this building in the trailer. We know. Well, actually, we haven't seen this specific building, but this looks like the Hard Rock Hotel. Actually, I think it says hotel right here. Hotel. Yeah, that says hotel. So this is a hotel. Looks like there's a little roundabout road here. Very beautiful. I love the little archways here. Obviously, you're gonna go in there. I'm wondering if you can go in every room. I mean, these are windows that look like you can't shoot out of. Like this looks like a window you can shoot out of right here. You can see like the actual glass reflection, but anything with curtains you typically like you can't see out of. So you could probably shoot through it, because I've seen that happen in Verdansk, like where there's windows you can't see through, but you can still shoot through because it's technically just glass. You just take less damage, like you deal less damage. Like it's called a wall bang. It's just a wall bang, right? So you'd have to know they're in that window, which is difficult if you don't have any other idea where they're at without wall hacks. There are some times where it makes sense, like if you saw someone like run into that room and you told your friend to call like to shoot them in there, but if you're doing solos and someone shoots you through that, pretty weird that they wouldn't know exactly which one you're in. But it looks like there's a little corridor here, a lot of these little columns here, a lot of columns, like a lot of different, like I'm sure you can get on the roof here. A lot, like I've mentioned this a lot, layers, the elevation, the different levels is really cool to play with. And I think that's what I like about Rebirth Island, is that Rebirth Island is kind of like that. It all slopes, like the prison is the highest peak, and then it all slopes downward from there. So Obviously, the prison's a good spot. You can lose with prison, though. There are ways to get around that high elevation, right? Because you can get underneath it, and if you can wait them out underneath it, you can get them when they're vulnerable coming down, right? So it isn't always high ground wins it. It is a good advantage, but it isn't the end all be all. And I feel like that cool aspect of Rebirth Island that is not actively in Verdansk in every part of it is going to be heavily introduced into Caldera with the way that this map's laid out. So I am excited for that, because it seems like a lot of the stuff I love about Rebirth and I love about Verdansk are kind of merging into this map, which excites me. So I'm really excited for this new map. So like I said, I have finished all Vanguard. I got it's just another STG blueprint, so I really honestly don't give a damn. But what I do give a damn is these photos here. They give us a little bit of a tease. And there's also a trailer now, so I'll show you guys that in a second. So we got here what looks like we got some like little like Japanese like shanties kind of look here. I know this is a bridge based on the trailer. There's like a cool bridge here that crosses the canal. A lot of height. I like the bridges and the height. A lot of different levels. That, like, I can imagine like shooting here into this pit. It would be an interesting, probably gonna happen a shit ton right in this little pathway here. Then we got this one, more little like beachside shacks. I do like the amount of trees. Is a lot of cover. But also, you know what? I noticed like not a lot of grass, so like a lot of ghillie suits probably ain't gonna do it. But we'll take a look at the trailer, get a better look in a second. We also got this. This is we haven't seen a ton of. This is a submarine. The submarine den. That's got anti-aircraft cannons on it. I don't know if they're operational or specifically for game modes. But yeah, in the inside, we get to see the inside of this in the trailer. But there are like U-boats and stuff inside of it. Over here, I haven't actually looked at this one. This is looks like an airport tower. Look at that. Look, it's an outer staircase into this airport tower. Very similar to, you know, Verdansk. So, definitely a high sniping point for sure. I mean, look at the layers though. Like you have this little tower here, which is kind of interesting. And then the main tower that's up here. So a lot of different levels to it, which I think is really cool. I did see this in the trailer as well. They brought back the tram system that they have in Verdansk right now. It actually looks very much the same, even though it's like decades before. Looks very, very similar to the one that's in Warzone now. So it looks like almost like a construction site maybe, or like a mill or something. Then we have this I'm really interested in, which is like this ruin area. Probably not a lot of cover. Kind of reminds me of like the Rebirth construction area and kind of the new construction sites that are in Verdansk right now that are over in like what's that called? The promenade construction sites, where it's got like a lot of these like little gaps here, these quarter gaps, three quarter walls here. So that might be interesting. Really excited for is a movie theater, which they teased like in Cold War, and it's a multiplayer map. I was kind of hoping it would be on the new map, like on Rebirth Island, but then it just became Rebirth Island. I was like, okay, I don't hate Rebirth. I actually like Rebirth a lot, but I was kind of excited for like with that trailer shot where they come in from the movie theater. Looks a lot like this. So I'm excited for this. I wonder if you can go inside it at all, because that'd be really neat. Like a lot of cool like combat to be like in movie theaters and stuff. I think that'd be really interesting. All right, there's another area. This is like a stadium, like this right here. The shot of the camera and these steps right here give me Les Mis vibes, like from like the prison where they're you know, where they go down, you'll always be a slave. That one, when they do that part, that's what it reminds me of the movie. Is like those steps remind me of right there. So I don't know what this is. Like there's tents here, and like I don't know if it's construction or it is like a stadium. Or like, yeah, like I'm not quite sure what it is, but this is very like look how deep it is. It's so steep. Like stadium, like it's kind of like this with the bleachers, but this is incredibly steep. But this is gonna add a lot of cool level. I like the levels and the layers. Like I feel like a lot of this is cascading upwards as opposed to wider, which is kind of interesting. You got these little catwalk towers here. This looks like a crane maybe that you can get up here. It looks like some maybe some aircraft. This is kind of looks like that factory area in Verdansk actually right here. It gives me a lot of vibes of that. Like maybe like a little factory construction site area. Then this, I was showing my friends this, like this is definitely like another like really high water tower Very much like Rebirth Island sniper spot. Look at that. Look at the angles onto these houses into this little village down here. That's going to be a super hot sniper spot. Also, look at that bridge. I never noticed this before. Like, there's like almost like a Golden Gate Bridge kind of thing over here. Again, those angles over there. Like, I can imagine the sniper fights that are about to go on between these two regions to cover this land.
Travelers, explorers, adventure seekers. With all travel bans to Caldera lifted, you may now book tickets to Caldera on Pacific Horizon Air. Caldera, a hidden paradise. Enjoy awe-inspiring landscapes.
Oh, sorry, I paused it.
Visit sites from Caldera's storied past. Survey the land from above by climbing natural rock formations. Explore underground caves.
Super hyped about the caves.
River or stream. Fuel up on the artisanal organic produce harvested locally. Caldera, the Emerald of the Pacific. Free flights starting December 9th.
Look at such a variety of areas.
Is not responsible for any death, parachute-related accidents, gas-related deaths or injury, anti-aircraft fire, tennis elbow, food poisoning, or any similar instances. Should Pacific Horizon Air become engaged in aerial combat, an early exit may be required. What are you waiting for? Book your trip today.
December 9th. We'll get access on the 8th, I believe. I think is when early access happens for Vanguard players. Let's rewatch this. So look how wide, look how big this is. Like, I know it's pretty much as big as Verdansk. Maybe it's like, I think it's the same amount of surface area, if that's slightly more, just different shaped. All right, so we got here, like, look at this. Like, that's so fucking open. But it's so cool. How many people are going to fall to their death? Okay, here's another good shot of people. Let me close this out. Oh, man, look at this. Like, I wonder, like, is this, like... I wonder if they're bringing swimming mechanics. Because in Cold War, there's areas that have water deep enough that you can actually swim. So, are they going to bring the swimming mechanics in here? Like, how deep is this? Is this deep enough to swim in? Or is it deep enough to die in? Is what I'm wondering. Like, if it's deep enough to swim in... I mean, imagine, like, people taking the bridge and then, like, people trying to, like, you can sneak into the water. Or, you know, if it's deep enough to die in, then imagine, like, fighting for this little island and literally just getting people to fall off this little island. Like, that's just a lot of cool things here. Got a couple little houses here, probably little tight little houses, not super confused. Like, oh, here's that big Golden Gate Bridge thing I think we saw earlier. Because I think that village is way over here. Also, like, this little hut. Again, another, like, one little classic little watchtower for Verdansk. A lot of those all over the place. It's a couple in Rebirth. This is a beach area, like the big tree. Like, look at the like, we're gonna tree to the beaches. I feel like are gonna be really hard. Like, look at, like, so much land that's just open, like, not much cover. Imagine a circle ending here. Where, like, it's just beachfront, and there's no cover. It's like, I mean, like, also, look how big this is. Like, people are complaining, like, the map's gonna be small, but, I mean, look how large this area is. Okay, so we got a lighthouse, another snipe. There are so many good sniping nests in this map. Like, it's awesome how much variety there is. Like, again, water, I want to know, so much of this map is going to be me wondering if I can swim or if I just die in water. And I can't wait to test it out. Like, I'm super hyped to just jump in and see if I die. There's, like, a little hostel, like, hotel kind of 2-layer building here. Another little, and this is, like, look, this got 2 layers and a little balcony level over here. I wonder how this, like, this is really good for this region and, like, covering this ground, but I wonder what's down here that could be effective against. It looks like it's going uphill. So, that's interesting, for sure. Ooh, let's go back. Right here. Okay, we got another little crosswalk here. A lot of these crosswalks makes me believe that the water is probably deadly. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe that's just, like, you lose that route if you fall down. I don't know. Like, this is, I can't wait for it to come out, like, for it to get early access and to go and plunder and just die all over the map and find, like, the best spots. So, yeah, look at this wide open, this open shot. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, so you're up here. Look how much ground you could cover with an HDR. Like, yeah, a lot of the Cold War snipers don't have a super long scope. Maybe, I think some of the Vanguard ones, they can get it 10 times. Like running really long-range sniper rifles like the HDR, or, like, maybe, like, putting a really long-distance scope on your snipers in Cold War guns or Vanguard guns. Look how much ground you can cover. There's a runway here. There's like a little racetrack, looks like over here. Some more pathways here. This looks like either dirt or like paved orange road. Like a lot. And then look at all this just like just nature. Oh my god, look at that. And like the sniping, look at, you see there's so much visibility over this map. Sniping is gonna be so good on this. I'm so hyped about this. Here's the ruins I'm excited about. Looks like there's little like construction temporary like platforms, like those 3/4 walls, a little bit of climbing here. Probably parkour city. Look at this, like, and also there's like really heavy, like, so like civilized areas and like industrialized areas. So like I like this. Like look at these two open like walkways. I wonder if you can get on top of this, on top of the clock tower, or even on the roof of that. Again, look at this. Like it's so steep and there's so much height, dude. Like, oh, high ground is gonna be so good. Yeah, like this. Like look at all these little riverways and oh my god, looks so good. Okay, little rock bridge here and another wood bridge on the back here. Oh, it looks like there's a cave system over here. I think they go into that next. So there's like, there's a couple bridges of different routes to get into this cave. Looks like there's a crashed boat over here. This is a really cool environment right here. Like even as a multiplayer map, that would be sick. Like look at all these multiple routes to get into this area. Like coming up here, going over here, parachuting down, or coming all the way around, jumping down. Coming up here to this bridge and then bridging over there, or coming over here and it's straight up bridging over there. Like a lot of, I'm liking the options. Yeah, the cave set. I'm hyped. This looks cool. Look how sick this looks. Looks like there's like a sky hole, so like able to jump in through like the ceiling. Oh, another big bridge. This is like that little shanty area we get photos of, I think, in Warzone. See, like, look at this ledge. There's dirt right there. So I'm assuming you can walk. This is walking level of water. See, you can see the ground. So I'm assuming you can walk through this. Can I back up for, like, a hot second? Like, look at, oh, man. Like, you can see the elevation is gonna be key to this map, dude. Like, Verdansk, there's not a lot of, like, straight up, like, environmental high ground, low ground areas. There's a few hot spots for that. But not a ton. A lot of it is relatively the same plane except for buildings and skyscrapers, right? But this is environmental high ground, which is very cool. It's a lot of the stuff that, you know, in Verdansk is this endgame stuff. I don't know what like the deal with this, like, other than like story. This looks neat. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the look, that's the exact same thing from Rebirth Island. So like the exact same system here. Cool. Oh, but you know what? The fact that there's two, like, I feel like it's kind of useless to have one. I went all the way back to the beginning. Where was I? Over here? Oh, no, I wasn't over there. I did want to look at this. This is, like, classic gas station. I like this little diner. It looks like that diner painting. That famous diner painting. I forget the name of. Yeah, like, I like that there's actually multiple in circles. I think Verdansk has this now. But, like, imagine the shooting fights there. I haven't had an actually gunfight in the Verdansk ones. That big bridge, I think we've looked at this before. That's a driving bridge. So there are bridges that look like that you can actually get a vehicle on, and this one obviously is one of those that you can get a vehicle on. Some of them do not look like, a lot of the bridges we've seen before look like foot bridges and not actual like walking bridges. Okay, so there's a door onto this roof. It looks like there's a little ladder hole here, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like a little ladder port. So you could probably get up here. Look, again, the angles, dude. Even here, like, you got this little ledge, you know, for prone cover. This looks like the highest building in this little town. So definitely this is probably going to be a hot spot right here. Looking down here, looks like you got, probably can't get on this roof, but like this roof, all these flat roofs are probably walkable. This is a little interesting one right here. And then is that the movie theater back there, maybe? I do like, this is beautiful, dude. Look at that water fountain. Okay, like, this is what I mean. Like, these beach areas are going to be so wide open. They're going to make such a big difference. I know they said planes are going to be in this. So I'm like, I'm wondering, like, this is probably an environmental plane. It's probably not flyable. But I know they said, like, attack planes are in it. And that's part of the things I'm super excited about, is having, like, dog fights in the sky. Now, if it's anything like the campaign flying, it was really difficult to do. Maybe I need to adjust my controls or something, but it was really hard. Really hard to control. And, like, shoot at the same time. Because the planes had guns. Maybe they'll nerf it by having it not have guns. And you have to have a partner to shoot. So here's the, oh, this is the beginning, the inside of the U-boat, the U-boat station. So like, remember we've seen the outside of it. The fact that how big it is inside here. There's even stairs. Looks like it goes either to the roof or the upper levels. And then you can fight on top of the U-boat. It would be cooler if you get inside it, but I'm assuming you can't. And then we see the environment. There's an attack plane right there. So I don't know if that's a piloted attack plane or if that's a kill streak attack plane. I would assume kill streak because of all the fire. Maybe it was like a napalm strike. We're gonna have looks like it may be. I don't know if that's an environmental vehicle or what. So here's the anti-aircraft guns. These are on the U-boat station, looking over the beach. I don't know if those are usable. I wonder if you can use them to shoot down enemy aircrafts. Look at this. Like, this is like a little tennis court and some pools. So like, I feel like swimming is gonna be a thing, or you just drown in a pool. Maybe this is like a little part of a resort or something. Oh, why is it getting like so poor quality when I pause it? There we go. That's better. I think it was in a transition. So like, look at this. This is another, like, this is a fountain, but like, this is a walk-in pool. So I'm like, I wonder if you must be able to walk in there, right? This looks like it's like a hotel. That's like 3 stories. That's probably another huge building. Oh yeah, and then we have these have been teased and all the red doors, the you know, the Japanese style caverns and bunkers. So there looks like there's gonna be that. Like there's like little pillboxes here. Looks like those will be cool. That one looked like it was gonna like a good sniping spot. If I back up right here, look at that. That's a window right there. Sniping spot right there. Elevation is going to be key. So here's this environmental plane burning again. Looks like they're doing a lot more environmental stuff because I think they're switching it to the Vanguard engine. So it looks like environmental damage might be a thing, which would be cool. This is a good shot of the whole map. So we know we have the volcano. I'm assuming you could get relatively close to the top. Probably not to the top, but it looks like you can get really high elevations here. Water tower up here. I think that's the water tower from one of the water towers, I think, from the photos. Maybe not, because this is a much nicer village. I think this is a blurry shot. Yeah, I don't think that one actually gets in good frame there. But yeah, you see like a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool environments. Yeah, like this. Is that an attack plane? It looks like an attack plane. Look at that. That's a full shot of the map. Another walking bridge. Is that wide enough for that might be big enough for a car. Oh no. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown of everything. Oh, thank you.